Okay, so for lemon meringue cupcakes there are 3 very simple steps. The first step is the lemon curd. So as you can see now, the lemon curd is being made. So in that there are 4 egg yolks, the juices of 2 lemons, 50 grams of butter and 75 grams of caster sugar. And that's just going to cook away for about 5 to 10 minutes. It will get nice and thick and glossy, and then you know it's ready to come out. Then what you do once you've got that out is you put it in the fridge for about half an hour or so while you make the rest of the stuff, just so it gets really cool. Okay, so while the lemon curd is getting all cooked up, this does take sort of 10 to 15 minutes. So while this is doing, I'll get your recommended ingredients ready for the main cupcake. So for this, you do require, I'm looking down here because it's a new recipe. I've only done it a few times. It's my own recipe, but I'm still not sure on the numbers. So 125 grams of butter. I use one of the lemons that I've used for the juicing stage, and I grind the rind, and that goes into the mixture as well. I then use 150 grams of caster sugar, 2 whole eggs this time, 185 grams of plain flour, and the final thing is about 18 mils of milk. Now I mix that all in the big mixer, and then you get this lovely recipe. So yeah, I'm going to go and get that done now while you get all your ingredients out. Okay, so in this we have butter, the sugar, the eggs and the lemon rind. I've got a flat beater attached just because it's the best one. I'm just going to put it on like a 3 or a 4, just to kind of get that all moulded together lovely. As you can see, the KitchenAid is a great tool and it does everything for me. Okay, so while that is still mixing, I've got the flour in a bowl. So I've added some baking powder to that as well. You know, you can use self-raising if you do, you don't need any baking powder. But I've probably got 3 teaspoons of baking powder there, and I have also just over here got my 18 mils of milk, so I'm going to add this all to the mixer in a moment, and then hopefully just have a lovely fluffy mixture. And what I would recommend is setting your oven to 180 degrees, and also getting your case ready. So you'll need a 12 tin case with 12 cases in there, ready to go and get that in the oven. Fine there. So 220 grams of sugar. Now you pour this into a stand mixer. You have a whisk attachment. You add your 4 egg whites remaining from what was your egg yolks earlier, which you used for your curd. You pop your whisk down and you give it 10 minutes or so, and it makes the most amazing meringue ever. So yeah, that is stage 3. It's really simple. So 220 grams of caster sugar, the 4 egg yolks left over from the curd which you used earlier. You literally shove it in the stand mixer, give it maybe 10-15 minutes depending, and then you're all good for meringue. And then we'll combine the 3 parts together. So I've just taken the cakes out of the oven and they look gorgeous. And overhead meringue is going all glossy and shiny. It looks so nice. As you can see, what I'm doing here is just getting a teaspoon, and then I'm just taking a whole out of each one. That way there's room for the curd to go in before the meringue goes on top. So I've got a few more to go, so I'm going to finish that off. So as you can see, I've got the cupcakes here, and I'm literally cut my holes out as you saw previously, and now I'm just filling those holes with some lemon curd. So the final stage is getting the meringue into a piping bag or some other kind of process. Now I use an IKEA bag because it's awesome and it does the trick perfectly. Just cut the corner once it's filled. So I pop it in a saucepan just to spread it open. I can then fill it, and then once that's done I can pipe. And so now comes the most fun part of this whole experience. I mean, if you don't have one of these, you can do this in the oven, and that's absolutely fine. But what I do, just to finish off the meringue, is I blowtorch it. So simple. Voila! I just wouldn't recommend setting the cases on fire. So, I think the final stage of this is me attempting to eat one of these cupcakes. So let's get it out of the case. Don't drop the cupcake.